The cosmic law of non-interference. Let's talk about that one, okay? Let's talk about that one. This is a law you really don't want to break, okay? Because anytime we break cosmic laws, we suffer. Anytime we abide by cosmic laws, we find peace. The law of non-interference. The law of non-interference states that a being cannot infringe on the free will of another being. A being cannot impose themselves on another being. So the cosmic law, and a lot of people wonder, if the benevolent entities in the Confederation of Love and Light know and they have all these powers, why can't they interfere? Why can't they just do something to end all evil on the planet? It's because they have to abide by cosmic laws, and so they have to respect the free will of all. There is the path to self and the path to service to others. One is selfish, one is selfless. Both are equally valid in the eyes of creation, because that's the free will of every being. So, to give you an example, in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf had powers that he actually could have ended the war with like a simple flick with his staff. But he wasn't allowed by the higher council. I believe their name was, I can't remember their name, but there's a higher council, 5 wizards. The wizards, Saruman, Gandalf, and the other 3, very powerful. They're like angels, basically. They're supposed to be angels. And they could have ended the War of the Ring in a day. But they couldn't. They weren't granted these powers by the higher council, because the free will of everyone has to be respected. And so the war has to be played out. Those who want to be in the dark side, that's their free will. It is respected. It is honored. Those who want to fight for the light side, same thing. And so that is why things are allowed to go on as they are on Earth. Okay? And so light workers are sent here to balance things out, I suppose, to work for the light side, right? But it isn't a direct interference. It isn't, because up there, if the angels really wanted to, they could just, within a day, all evil could be banished from the earth. Okay, if the Confederation of Light actually wanted to step in and say, look, we're going to completely end the evil on planet Earth, it could happen in a day. It really could happen in a day. Okay, but that's an infringement on the free will of all beings on the planet. So the game has to be, so anyone who comes here, even as a light worker, you come here as a light worker, your free will is to come here and play the role of a light worker, to spread the light. But there is no infringement. As long as there's no infringement on anybody's free will, then all is fair game. All is fair game, okay? So very important to abide by that law at the microcosm as well as the macrocosm. So now, you might ask this question. A lot of you guys ask it, and I ask it myself in my own life. As a healer, you go around wanting to help everyone. You see some people suffering and you want to help them. So what is your first instinct? Your first instinct would be to offer help. Except for, a lot of times, the other person does not want to hear it from you. They don't want to hear how effective the Wim Hof method is at releasing trauma and emotion. They don't want to hear it. They frankly don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear you talk about eating raw foods. They maybe get a sense of inferiority. Maybe they feel like you're trying to up one on them and make yourself feel better. That's when you truly just want to help. Maybe they're just not ready. They're not receptive. They're not ready. They're not ready, period. But you as a healer, you see people suffering, you want to help. But see, by you even offering help, when help is not offered, you infringe on their free will. So the senses in the higher densities, the saying actually is this: we do not interfere with the affairs of the human dimension unless we're invited, unless it is asked. So angels will not actually come and help you and give you guidance a lot of times unless you ask them. Because they do not want to infringe on your free will. They don't want to give you insights that you otherwise will arrive at your own. But if you ask, they will come. But that's the senses in the higher dimensions. That's the wisdom in higher dimensions, or densities, right? There's difference, densities. It is, we're not going to interfere with the human affairs unless it is asked of us. So, do not help anybody unless they ask you for your help. The more direct they are, the more explicit they are, the better it is, the more you could step in. If somebody comes to you and says, can you help me with this? You say, absolutely, my pleasure. And you give them everything, all the tools that you know of. Otherwise, do not go out of your way to help. You're infringing on the free will, on the sovereignty of another being. You're breaking cosmic laws. You're going to suffer as a result. Your intentions are well. Your intentions are beautiful. You want to help. You want to heal. That's fourth density. That's the heart chakra, fourth chakra. But the work is to balance it with the fifth chakra, which moves you to the sixth chakra. That's wisdom. And wisdom is, do not interfere. Take the words of those higher beings. Their words is, we do not interfere in human affairs unless we're asked, unless we're invited, actually. That's the word. So, do not interfere with the affairs of another human unless that human invites you. And that goes for everything. And all methods of healing. And all dynamics. Okay? All dynamics. So if a friend of yours does not invite you in, says, oh, you look fantastic, you get a lot of energy, what have you been doing? And you say, well, I've been eating this food, I've been taking cold showers, this and that. And maybe your friend says, well, can you teach me? All right, there we go. Now you could interfere in the affairs of that human being because they invited you in. And again, the more directly they invite you in, the more you could go in and approach. Apply that as well into relationships of romantic nature. Okay? Don't go out of your way to... do not go out of your way unless you're invited, unless the woman or the man even invites you in. You know, the more directly, the better. Because, you know, you could use the sexual dynamic for healing also. If you're a light worker, you start to see every relationship in your life as a way of healing. So you could look at the sexual dynamic, sexual type relationship that involves the sex chakra. You could see it as a way of healing. Okay, and you may want to use it as that. You may want to use the sexual energy for healing purposes. A very powerful way also, very powerful way of healing. And you may have met someone and you really vibe with them and you may really want to help them, you know, get even more intimate with them, because that deeper intimacy could really, because you know, it could really bring a lot of healing energy. So you may be friends with someone and there's, you know, nice vibes in between you two, and you see that they have some blockages and you're an energy worker and you can tell, you know, their blockages and you really want to help. And you really think, you know, if we get sexual, if we bring in the sexual energy right now, I could really bring in sexual healing through sexual energy, moving it upwards to the heart and beyond, and to clear up the blockages. In that case, do not invite yourself. Do not interfere in the affairs of another human being. But if that human being invites you in, maybe she or he grabs your hands and really wants to get more intimate, right? And they really, they're showing you, hey, look, I feel your healing vibe, I feel your healing energy, I want to get more intimate. Now you could go in, okay? But otherwise, I really think that's very wise of you. For all dynamics of relationships, parents, same thing, parents, right? You want to help your parents. That's the most difficult one. Because who are you? We're your parents. We're the authority here, not you, right? Same thing. If your parents don't invite you and say, well, can you tell me what you've been eating? Can you put me on a diet? Can you do this? Can you write me an exercise program? Can you show me the Wim Hof method? You got no business in helping your parents. That's cosmic law. If you break it, you suffer. Even though your intentions are all nice and well, but if you break this cosmic law, my friend, make no mistake about it, you will suffer. You will suffer. I'm telling you right now, this is from personal experience. Okay, I have tried. I was a preacher in the early stages of, I am a preacher right now, right? Except for I now preach to you guys, right? I'm not preaching in the streets. In fact, I avoid speaking any of this. Krishna says in the Gita, it is an immoral act to speak wisdom to those who are not ready to hear it. So now I understand that it is an immoral act for me to go to my mom or my dad and say, well, Dad, if you do this, this, and that, you won't have diabetes anymore because he's got diabetes. It's an immoral act for me to do that because he's not ready to hear that. Simple as that. Whereas actually, a few years ago, I tried to convince my parents to change their diet and their habits, and that caused me suffering. And caused them suffering and put some bad vibrations between us. So now I understand. I avoid doing that. I avoid speaking the stuff about, I know this. I know, hey, look, if you do this, this, and that, you're gonna heal. And I know it from conviction. Yeah, I'm not just talking out of my ass here. You could reverse diabetes in 6 months. You could reverse it. It's very simple, actually. Very simple. But if the person is not ready to hear it, and the way you know how they're ready to hear it is they are interested. They invite you in. And now you could interfere in the affairs of that human being, in whichever relationship dynamic they are in your life. And I really learned that the hard way in my life because I tried to change a lot of people. I got a tender heart. Okay, I got a loving heart. I'm here on a mission, on an assignment to help increase the vibration, heal the planet, and the creatures on the planet. I tried that with my parents. Right? I tried that with my parents. Recently, I had an experience with a woman, and it was beautiful. And we used the sexual dynamics, and there was some healing energy there. But I didn't invite myself. I was invited. Okay. Then guess what? I tried to invite myself again after because it really is coming out of good intentions. Because I really want to see that person heal. I really do. What else am I doing on this planet? It didn't go too well. So then I remembered. I'm like, all right, well, all right, just don't interfere. Doesn't matter. It really even doesn't matter how close you get to the person at some point in your life. At some point, if they're not inviting you in, and if they're not always demonstrating that they want to know this, they want to learn this, they want to heal, they're ready to receive the healing, then just stay away. Be wise and keep a healthy distance. Keep the love. I love my parents. Love them so much. Love them to death. But I keep a healthy distance also. Right? I keep a healthy distance. That healthy distance is, it's that cosmic law. It's that cosmic law. Again, let me repeat it. We do not interfere with the affairs of humans unless we're invited. take that cosmic law, because it is a cosmic law. The universe is not a big fan of you infringing on other people's free will and inviting yourself to the party when you have not been invited. The universe does not like party crashers. Okay, you're essentially crashing someone else's party. I would be crashing my parents' party by trying to heal them, by trying to show them the way, by trying to show them how to eat, how to live a healthy lifestyle. I really would be. Okay, I would be crashing the party. The universe doesn't like that. It really doesn't like it. It does not like it. Now here, I could be as vocal, as preachy, as wild, as I want to be. Why? Because none of you guys found this channel without looking for it. So you're open, ready, receptive for this information. So I play my cards here. I play them every single card. Every single card. I play it on the table. Every single card. I leave no stone unturned here. Why? Because this is an audience that is here for healing, that is ready to receive the wisdom, the healing, the love. You guys are all ready. So I play every single card. I leave no stone unturned. Look at how many topics we cover on this channel. Of course, this is a cooked audience. Cooked, ready for it, receptive. Immediately receptive. I'm invited. Okay? Yes, I am interfering with the affairs of every single one of you right now. Of course I am. Got that right, I am. Got that right. I'm interfering with all of you's life right now, okay? I'm infiltrating you. Brainwashing you. But I have been invited. Okay, I have been invited. You have invited me into your life by virtue of you finding the channel, looking for it, and watching the videos. And then messaging me on Instagram. I get a lot of messages now. I got video requests all the time and stuff like that. I'm invited. And trust me, once you invite me in, I'm pretty annoying. Okay, I'm really gonna infiltrate you and brainwash you. You see? And yeah, it's the same thing again. It's the same thing with this woman that I met recently. It's the same thing, right? She invited me the first time. Again, I went in. It was beautiful. It was lovely. But I wasn't invited again for whatever reason, and I invited myself, and it really just didn't go too well. It didn't go too well because it really is coming from good intentions, because I see, we could use the sexual dynamic here. We really can. We've only used it at a small scale, and if we keep using it, there's a lot of healing that could be done from that dynamic. And so me being the healer and the good intent with the good intentions and all, I say, well, I invite myself, but it turns out there's the readiness is not there. It isn't there. You see that she's not ready. Simple as that. She's not ready. Okay? So I can't interfere right now. Right? I can't interfere. Right? I'm not gonna invite myself to the party. I'm not gonna crash the party like that anymore. You see? And because I broke cosmic laws. Now I'm infringing on the free will of another being. You see? So it's really a beautiful strategy in life. It'll keep you in a healthy relationship with your fellow humans also. Okay? That's a respect to your fellow humans, actually. You're respecting their free will. You see, you're not infringing on their free will. You're not interfering with their affairs. You're not crashing their party. If they're suffering, they're suffering. If they're healing, they're healing. It is none of your business. It really is not in your business. Your business is those who seek your energy, who seek the healing energy that you're channeling, who invite you in. Okay, once you're invited, you could infiltrate and do your brainwashing. Okay, like I am doing to you guys here. So I have to finish this video. I could talk about it more, but I have to finish it because I have to teach a class. I just have a couple of classes today. and I gotta go teach. So yeah, I think this video will help a lot of you guys. I get this inquiry a lot. You know, I get it a lot, and I understand it. I dig it. So that's about it. Thank you to all the Patreons for your consistent support. And yeah, I love you guys. I love every single one of you. If you want to support, a couple of bucks a month for this community to grow. More resources we have, the more we can do, the more I can infiltrate and brainwash you. And that's about it. Until next time, may the force be with you.